Good morning. It's break time. How are you? I always pray that at the moment this video finds you, you may all be in good health, happy and safe. Today is September 13, 2021. And our good news is coming from Luke chapter 7 verses 1 to 10. And it says, "When Jesus had finished all his words to the people, he entered Capernaum. A centurion there had a slave who was ill and about to die, and he was valuable to him. When he heard about Jesus, he sent elders of the Jews to him, asking him to come and save the life of his slave. They approached Jesus and strongly urged him to come, saying, 'He deserves to have you do this for him, for he loves our nation, and he built the synagogue for us.' And Jesus went with them, but when he was only a short distance from the house, the centurion sent friends to tell him, 'Lord, do not trouble yourself, for I am not worthy to have you enter under my roof. Therefore I did not consider myself worthy to come to you, but say the word, and let my servant be healed. For I too am a person subject to authority, with soldiers subject to me. And I say to one, Go, and he goes, and to another, Come here, and he comes. And to my slave, Do this, and he does it.' When Jesus heard this, he was amazed at him, and turning, said to the crowd following him, 'I tell you, not even in Israel have I found such faith.' When the messengers returned to the house, they found the slave in good health." Today is Monday of the 24th week in the ordinary time, and our good news is faith prospers in humility. We heard how the centurion who had a slave who was ill and about to die asked the help of some Jewish elders to beg Jesus to come and save the life of his slave. Jesus went with the elders in going to the centurion's house, but when only at about a short distance from the house, Jesus was greeted by messengers of the centurion saying, "Lord, do not trouble yourself, for I am not worthy for you to enter under my roof. Therefore I did not consider myself worthy to come to you. But say the word, and let my servant be healed. For I too am a person subject to authority, with soldiers subject to me. And I say to one, Go, and he goes, and to another, Come here, and he comes. And to my slave, Do this, and he does it." Jesus was amazed upon hearing the message coming from the centurion, and in response said, ensuring that the crowd following him will hear, "I tell you, not even in Israel have I found such faith." The slave, as a result, got well at that very moment. Friends, what we have here is an honest display of a faith that is grounded upon humility. We might ask, how can faith be grounded upon humility? What is humility? Well, humility, according to the dictionary, is a modest or low view of one's own importance. What this meaning does not tell us, however, is the reason why we must have a modest or low view of our own importance in life. Though, from this meaning also, we will immediately understand why humility is deemed as in the life of faith as the mother of all virtues and the foundation of the life in the Spirit. St. Thomas Aquinas, talking about humility, says, humility means seeing ourselves as God sees us, knowing every good we have comes from Him as pure gift. Hence, humility, in order to be real, has its source and its trajectory towards God. Since God is both the source and objective of humility, it must be based upon truth. Humility is truth. This is what we saw in today's good news, in the person of the centurion, who, though Jesus have not personally met, has encountered and experienced the humble faith of the man. The centurion admits who he is, that despite his social status as someone who has subjects of his own, still needs someone who can give what he himself cannot. This is why he seeks for Jesus' help. And in doing so, he did not pretend to be not who he truly is. So, my friends, humility must stand upon truth. Upon the truth about one's self, of one's strength and weaknesses, talents and skills, and upon the truth that every good thing that he or she can do, that we can do, comes from the source of all that is good, the gracious God, our Father. You know, the opposite of humility is pride, which is the thought of a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements. See, faith cannot by any means grow upon this mindset because pride do not recognize God as the source of all that is good. Rather, it prides upon its very own abilities and accomplishments as its very own. My own achievements, because of my own skills, because I am good and no one else. For this type of mentality, good is subjective and can never be sourced out from anywhere, nor in God. See, humility is always focused on a person's necessary need, person's need for God, for the grace of God, that without the grace of God, he can do nothing but sin. Friends, we human beings, with the grace of faith, must by all our strength, in humility, submit to an objective truth. That is God. For it is only with God that we can truly become authentic human beings, because we are all created beings in the very image and likeness of God. This is our greatest dignity that must bring us upon the realization that We come from God and must therefore return to God by way of a humble and contrite heart through a life of faith. So, faith is a gift. Okay? Faith is a gift that we received from God. Now, this faith that we received as grace from God, we as human beings must respond to faith with humility, the mother of all virtues. With humility, and work out our salvation with fear and trembling. May the Lord bless us, protect us from all evil, and bring us to everlasting life. Amen. Peace.